channel. Now that you know how to make croissant dough and sheet it, we are going to do more of a specialty item here at Gel Patisserie. It's called our ham and cheese, Gel fromage, and it starts with the croissant dough being folded. If you wonder how we got there, check out the 2 other videos how to get to this point, and let's get started. So I have my dough sheeted, already with some butter folded in. I'm going to layer it down, and then we're going to start folding it with the ham, the cheese, and the bechamel. So we're now on the sheeter. I slightly dusted my dough just so it doesn't get stuck to my rolling pins. I'm going to start on the high setup again of the rolling pin distance, and I'm going to start getting lower and lower. Now that I have a width that I like, I'm going to rotate it a quarter turn, and I'm going to bring it down to a distance. So it's about half a centimeter. Now I'm at a 3. I'm going to start rolling it on my rolling pin. And then we're going to move to the table and start shaping them. So the first thing I do is I fold the dough in half, so that I know exactly my half. And the reason is because I want about 9 inch in terms of length for my croissant. The pizza cutter, I'm just going to cut through it. I slightly dust it with more flour, just so the 2 sides don't stick to each other, because I'm going to fold them again. And that's when I'm going to cut my triangle. So if your 2 sides aren't dusted with flour, they might stick together. So when you want to unstick your 2 triangles, they might get stuck together. So now I'm going to start cutting triangles. What I'm going to do now, see how they come off from each other pretty nicely, that's from the flour. I'm just going to unstick all of them. Now we're going to grab the bechamel we made earlier, ham and cheese. We can either use Swiss or Gruyere. They're both Swiss brand cheeses, so I like both of them. You know me by now, I love ice cream scoops, so I use the purple one, which is a tiny little one. And I'm going to grab a scoopful of bechamel, and I'm going to scoop it on each of the croissants. Bechamel is nice because it's not too stiff, but it's still holding in place, so that means it's not going to ooze out too much. Okay, so then I put 1 slice of ham on each bechamel. I've seen other bakeries put a few slices like this throughout the croissant and rolling them throughout. I personally just like to have it in the center. I think that's enough ham, but it's not a bad idea. So I'm going to do a few of those like that and then see how they turn out. This next step, I'm going to roll the croissant. And I feel like when we have the method that I have, all the fillings are staying inside, versus when you have a method where it's layered out throughout the croissant and you roll it in. You keep having like croissant and filling and croissant and filling constantly layered together, and I feel like the croissant, the dough itself, doesn't bake as well when it keeps having other ingredients layered within versus when it's just a stuffing in the middle. I feel like the dough itself is going to bake a lot better in that setting, but that's my personal opinion. When I roll it, what I do is I try also not to be too tight, just so I give space for everything to grow, for the croissant to cook properly. If everything's too tight together, there's not enough room for the croissant to start moving and doubling in size if it doesn't have room to expand. So I'll make sure that I give it some space in that. So those are the ones we rolled with more ham and more cheese. And and you can see the ham is rolled throughout all the layers of the croissant. Versus, for example, this one where there's just croissant dough and then all the stuffing is in the middle. So we'll see tomorrow once they're proofed and baked what the difference is. So now that they're baked, I kind of want to show the difference in the results where we layered the ham and the cheese only in the center, or the ones where we spread the ham and the cheese throughout the croissant before we rolled it up. That one, the ham and the cheese were both in the middle, so then the croissant is still nicely layered, and then everything is stuck inside. The ham was layered through, and you can see there's like a gap in the croissant, and then also the ham burnt a little bit. And so after we've done a few tests like this, we realized, okay, let's find the best way for us to have the best product possible, and that's why now we only ever put the ham and the Swiss inside and not throughout when we roll them out, just because they come out so much nicer. Thanks for watching our video. Stay tuned for the next one, and then if you want to come in and try this awesomeness ham and cheese croissant, please stop by.